Okay, I'm out here in the desert at Big Bend camping for my third or fourth night because I've told you I like it. And we're getting ready to pull out. My friend that came out from Georgia, with me from Georgia, that she lives in North Carolina, Charlene, has met us out here. So she's out here. And my new friend Mark that I've been hanging out with for 3 or 4 days, he invited me over for a steak dinner the other night, and I just went right on, pajamas and all. So now we're all getting ready to pull out, and I've asked him, can I do a van tour? Okay, Mark, are you a full-time on the road, full-time or part-time?
Well, sort of, kind of both. My wife passed away 2.5 years ago, and then I was in the hospital for 2 months and didn't almost make it out. But after that, I bought the van. And from an 86-year-old gentleman in New Jersey, and it only had 67,000 miles on it, and I put a bed in it, did a whole bunch of other stuff, and here I am. So I go out for long periods of time, months, and then I go back and see my 93-year-old mom up in New Jersey.
Okay, and what kind of van do you have,
So
Mark?
this is a 2003 Chevy Astro all-wheel drive.
Oh,
you don't see many of them.
I know. I love Astro. It's got a good motor in it.
Everybody stops me and wants to buy it from me.
Oh, great. Okay, we're going to get right into the van tour then. You just go ahead and show us where you want to start at.
All right.
Tell us what you've done. Because he's done some neat things, and he said he didn't have any experience.
Yeah, I'm not very handy. I was in IT, so... Well, I bought this little drawer thing, which is my favorite little thing because I can keep all my Velcro and fire starters and all sorts of stuff in here. And then it serves as a top. And then I put the bed in. I followed Bob Wells's, it's just a 3/4 inch plywood to support me. And then I got these drawers in Target, and that's kind of where my clothes are. And then I have some other clothes stored in here. I have too much stuff. I'm learning on the way. This is pretty cool. It's a quilt made of my old marathon and ultra marathon shirts, and that's pretty neat. And then I built this. I bought this battery. This is a Bibene, and it is a lithium phosphate battery. I think it's 250. It might be 500. I'm not sure. But anyway, I hooked it up, and then I put a hole in my roof, which was, it took me 6 times to have the courage to finish it. But anyway, I have a switch here now, and it puts my LED lights on.
Did you install?
Yeah, I did all of that. A trial by error. I have a fuse thing in here, and this whole thing tells me how many watts. I have extra USB and 12-volt battery connection and all that. And then it lights up and tells me how much volts. But this one is the main one I use. It's the LED. But the other thing I did, like I said, is a Max fan. I love the Max fan. It has a remote control. And from the top, I can turn it on with this remote control and open it. And there it goes. And I could close it. It's got a thermostat. It goes in and out, so I can blow it in and out. It's very quiet. That's at 50%, and I think you can hardly hear it. But it's really good because it got stuffy in the summers when I was out. And then you just close it. And the cool thing about the Max fan is that you can have it open while it's raining out.
Oh.
Yeah, so the other one, I think it closes automatically, or you have to watch. But this one, you can keep it open so you can still get some air. So the Max fan, I'm really happy with. And like I said, it's thermostat controlled. So.
And now your controller box here and all, you can use it as a little nightstand too,
Exactly.
don't
So
you?
there's my book stand. I bought a bunch of books I want to read. I'm reading Lewis and Clark's Adventures, Undaunted Courage, Stephen Ambrose, Great Historian. And it's just a great book to read as you're traveling, especially through those areas.
Okay, what about your front up there, Mark? It looks like
All right.
you, just tell us about that.
Okay, it's a mess. And my door locks don't work here. So with an old car...
But you got a great van, so, I mean...
Yeah, with an old car, you have these things to deal with. But I have too much storage. I have a swivel ordered for my front seat so I can swivel it around. I think once that happens, I'll get rid of these boxes. A lot of them are gifts for people, and I just keep adding it. And I really need to clean this out and consolidate.
Gifts for everybody.
And it collects, and then you got all this stuff to hang around, bring around. So, but I have an extension cord so I can go electric if I want, but I also have a folding Rock Pal's solar panel.
Yes.
And that I charge it like on days like today, I could fully charge it. If not, if I need to, I can stop and stay at an electric site.
And you've done your reflectors for your windows.
Yeah, I have all these. I keep them in the doors.
Did you make them or did you order them?
I made them, but I didn't make them that well. But I made them. My wife would have been.
That's mine.
She would have had it perfect, but of course.
I need to redo mine.
Yeah, I need to do it better. The Velcro is great, but it doesn't stick sometimes, and when it gets hot, it comes off. The other thing I live with is this thing was from the dollar store, and it's got more use than anything. So, and then I
clean constantly, don't you?
Yeah. So yeah, especially in the desert, it's just a lot of dust and sand. I was on the beach at Port Aransas and in Padre Island. Sand got everywhere. So, but you could keep under control.
Is that your fire?
This is my fire extinguisher. Yeah, I bought a First Alert. Bought one for my mom. So she would have one in her kitchen, and I said, well, I need one for the van. So I put this in here. So like I said, this little thing, I think I got it in either IKEA or...
Yeah, that's a neat little...
Yeah, in Target maybe.
And what about your cooking setup?
So cooking, as you can tell, I like to eat. So my cooking is kind of evolved. I got a stove, and this is a 2-burner Eureka. I'm really happy with it. People have used it, said it's fantastic because it allows you to simmer. And you can simmer 2 large pots on it. So I got it on Amazon. It's Eureka. This is a slider for my Iceco refrigerator. It's a 50-volt refrigerator. It comes out. And it also comes with this insulation container, which sometimes just keeps it cold even if I'm not plugged in.
Does it have the freezer compartment and the fridge compartment? Or
you can turn it into a freezer if you want by the temperature gauge.
Okay.
I keep it on eco mode, so economy, so I don't, I don't know. I keep it more refrigerator.
Okay.
But it's 50 liters. It's way more than I need.
It looks like a good size.
So, and then the other thing is when it's hot, I can have the Ryobi. I got the fan on there, so it's great. This, I got to plug. My brother-in-law made this. Not all who those wander are lost.
I love
he made this hot plate for me. And this evolved. So this is from IKEA. And then these things are, I think I got these in Target.
What, the little shelf
the
unit?
The shelving things, the boxes. And it's all my food. I got enough food here to survive the apocalypse.
This at its own? Is this from IKEA?
But this is from IKEA.
Okay, and then you added to it.
My son Matthew helped me assemble everything. And he's real good with that. And anyway, and then I did all the kind of the rough work. But what I evolved to is I have these what are they called? Platforms.
Yes, I love those little lift up things with his table. I like his table.
And then this comes out, and I have holes here. It's actually on this side, but I have holes here which prevents it from moving around. And I put my stovetop on here. This is a Dutch door. The old Astros had this Dutch door, which is a great design. And I even I have a motorized pump, so I could pump the water from here in here. I still use the little Coleman's. I want to try to replace it with a bigger container, but it works for me. I also have this flip table. I got this at Target. It flips down to nothing, and I could use my computer on it, but mostly I use it just for cooking and things like that.
Okay, and what everybody asks, how do you bathe? What do you do?
Well, I don't bathe. I'm just a smelly old fat guy. No, I take most of the times I take Huggies.
Yeah.
The diaper, whatever they
bath,
are.
Yeah.
The bath. I take that, or I stay at places like this for $10, You dry camp and you get a good shower, hot shower.
right.
On Padre Island, it was a cold shower, so you had to wait for a hot day. But you get along, and it's not that bad. I have a Lucky Loo, and all my friends, that's all they want to know is
I know.
how I use my
Everybody's
Lucky
gonna want to
Loo.
know about the Lucky Loo.
Yep. And I store my charcoal and some other things in there, but I've only used this once in an
So it's
emergency
just for emergencies.
on a Forest Service road. That was it. And then I have my extra large REI chair, which I live on, and I sip my coffee and like this morning, just watch the sunrise.
Okay.
Life is just you got to live it each day, and carpe diem is I teach my granddaughter that, and she says it every day to me, and that's what it is. It's life is nothing but a series of adjustments to the way you thought it would turn out.
And have you found on the road? Are you meeting a lot of people on the road?
Well, I met you, which was incredible. I had made a steak that was too large even for me to eat, and I went over there. I made it. You have to take risks, and you can't be afraid. That's the biggest thing I see with people. They're afraid. You have to have a healthy dose of fear, but it can't ruin your life. It can't rule your life. And so I met so many nice people. Now I met Charlene through Sharon, and I've met so many good people. I exchange addresses.
That's right.
And some of them from the summer I'm still contacting with. You know, they send me texts. Where are you? How you doing? And it's fantastic. There's such a sense of community.
So you think that you're going to, you retired a couple of years ago.
Yeah, I retired at 65. I'm 67 now.
And you think that you're going to continue this lifestyle?
Oh, yeah.
Do it more and more?
Yeah, my mom knows. She's 93, and she knows I have to get out. I've always been that way. I love the outdoors. My brothers, not so much. I have two younger brothers, but they're so supportive of me, and so's my mom, my whole family, and they really, really are supportive. So I don't feel any obligation. They go do what you need to do.
Yeah,
and I have two friends who took my dog, and that was the hardest thing I had to do.
Okay.
I had Moose, my big dog, and my dear friends took him, and he has a great home. And that was hard for me, but I didn't feel it was right to put him in a small, contained area.
That's right. I forgot what I was going to ask you, and it was a really important question. Okay, I forgot what. This has been a great interview. I couldn't have picked any better person to do my first van tour. Mark doesn't meet any strangers. Mark talks to everybody, and if they're not nice to him, I mean, I don't know why not. So Mark doesn't meet any strangers, and I couldn't have picked a better person to do a van tour, and we'll be lifelong friends now. And like you said, it's the connections that you make out here, and you just got to get out and go because
you have to go. You just got to do it. And I'm going to start with a lot of inspiration from Shannon. I'm going to make Jersey, what's it called? It's going to be called Journeys with Jersey Mike.
That's what I was going to say.
Mark.
I'm glad you said that, Mark.
Journeys with Jersey Mark.
That's what I was going to say, and I'll put the name of his channel on here. And when he gets to some signal, we haven't had any signal. When he gets to some signal and starts it, you'll have the name of his channel. And as you can see, you're going to see lots of adventures on there. And Mark is actually, where I wasn't doing a lot of video, Mark's been doing a lot of videos. So maybe he can go back and do some videos with some of his past adventures. But he's really good about doing video and narrating his journeys as he goes. So he's probably got a lot of stuff already. But I'll put the name of his channel on here, and then when we get some good signal, maybe he can practice with it and start his channel. That's what I was going to say, Mark. Okay, well, this has been a great tour, Mark. Thanks for showing us your van. And
Thank you.
I'll see you down the road, Mark.
Thank you.